Okay, so welcome to the Crone Cottage and a very quick video for the week of October 10th to be posted after the last one. I still haven't finished. There's been so much up and down going on in here. One being a major distraction. I don't know what it is with the flies this year. Have discovered it's not just me. Have cleaner people having the same problems. So they're just not making crazy making. So we're definitely in fall. Yesterday we had a storm with wind and rain last night. And my trees up front have almost all have no leaves. I'm hoping to take a break at some point and just go for a walk, and have a me breathe moment, because life is getting a little, as with this, you can see how tired I am. I'm tired in all three directions of mental and physical and spiritual. Stop. Ugh. They're driving me nuts. They're driving Dave nuts, and we're killing them. We've got fly strips up. I will not use Raid or other commercial sprays because of the cats and my asthma and allergies. And it's not that we're not running around with the fly swatter. We are running around with fly swatter. I am trying to clean house and be on top of dishes, and I'm failing at that, but which is sucking. I should never end anything with a but, because but means there are further thoughts that come along with stuff. If you say, I feel pretty, but there's something else going on in here that you're not voicing out to yourself. And I think it's a good thing. And it's harder for me to face myself as the way I've become versus the way I used to be. And some of it came very rapidly and very, very quickly. But on that note, I'm in the land of wondering what my authentic self is again. So I'm journeying, and along that journey I will be continuing with stuff on the house. There's just been some outside stuff that needs to be focused on, and there's still outside stuff that needs to be focusing on. So one of my things, one of my goals as I go along is to get rid of the projects. Whatever they may be. House cleaning, yard work, craft projects, art projects, the whole 9 yards. Either finish stuff or let it go. And so with house cleaning means that's a perspective thing. Yes, I am going to be doing house cleaning. I'm not going to dump that project. But I don't want it to be sitting in my thoughts, being the be all and end all, that I didn't get dishes done today and I didn't get that done and I didn't, because that is sitting underneath. That's the locomotive sitting underneath everything. I didn't get this done. 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 There are 2 people living here, and he does help, but he could help more. And so it's delegation, it's stepping up, and it's partnership to work on that. So, and no relationship is perfect, and I completely understand that. So I kind of like what I had set up with Kirk, where it was he was my most perfect person, it allowed me a lot of space to just be me and work on me until he got really sick. So there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of leftover hangover from childhood and then previous relationships, and everybody comes with baggage. So it's time to open the suitcases, dump them out on the floor, because we can rewash everything and just go through. Do I need this? Don't I need this? And then big things. So, I've been getting reminded that with that conversation. Come on, phone. Thank you. As I'm trying to sort out my brain, because sometimes I definitely wake up with this raring to go, and then the body says no. So there's a lot of infighting in my House of Ray here. And so I was messaging with my friend. I said, today I think I need your help focusing. So much to accomplish, but not enough body yaness to get what I want done. She emojied me back. And then I say, I sometimes find it hard to really prioritize what is truly important to me. I accomplish stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm not happy with myself about my day. I guess I not only want to wake up with a smile, but go to bed with one. And that's a new perspective. I never thought about that in my travels of my psyche. I was like, I want to wake up with a smile on my day. Have yesterday sit up today so that flows into the next day. But with the way I dream, and this is a big thing because I can suffer from adult night terrors and just really funky, vivid dreams, that those dreams are actually what's setting up the day. So it can be very hard to wake up with a smile on my face if everything I've been dreaming about is disturbing. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I need to be kinder to myself, because this is the year to be kinder to myself. Is be kinder to myself, and definitely allow that. If it takes 2 hours to get out of that sort of sleep hangover that I'm going through, then really embrace those 2 hours, because the rest of the day is just going to be running probably. I'm extremely busy for an unemployed person. So there's the new perspective on things and how to be kinder to myself. And so yes, today is another no brush hair day, and I'm not even fully dressed. I got rid of and Morgana's become so annoying. Ever since she's been allowed outside, it's nothing but endless meowing, to the point of I love her so much, but I could choke her. It's like pick. And I try to be good, because I don't want to reward bad behavior and, create something bigger. But at the same time, the minute I let her outside, if she's meowed within the last 15 minutes, I know she remembers. So it's like she figures she gets what she wants. So there's a future thought coming up with that. I was told to spend some time in thought about what is important and write it down. A few moments in reflection and quiet. Maybe some lo-fi music to help focus. I told her, sounds good, but I'm thinking I'm too close to my situation and me. It's time for outside perspective of positive kind. I told her, she often says it's okay to slow down when I need it, when all I want to do is push through. And then I gave her credit for being wiser. Being so wise, and it's true. I think that because I'm feeling weighted down by everything, hello Cleo, that I have a tendency to live in that hornet's nest all the time. That's that locomotive chugging up the hill, gaining momentum and speed, and not taking a breath to really enjoy. Like this whole last year, I never really enjoyed the outside. Wanted time to spend with Dave. Dave's not a gardener. He's not really an outside person. He's very much a homebody, couch potato kind of person. And this is great and wonderful for the days that I absolutely need that to relax. You know, there's nothing wrong with sitting and watching a movie or anything like that. But it's not my personality, and he doesn't understand that, so that's another thing. But I don't want any more projects to work on, so because I don't want to fix us. We don't need to be fixed. So that's not where I'm trying to go with this. What it is I just want to walk outside and sit like I used to, and I didn't do that this last year. Put flowers in, ended up feeling, I didn't even get stuff with the health issues and the mental stuff going on. I never even got stuff into the ground. I have bulbs I'm not even sure are even still any good or are still alive or whatever, because I completely forgot about them. So a lot of what's hindering my life is this stupid stuff that's going on with the arthritis in the back of the head, the mess that's here that is, but if it's not arthritic yet, is going to be arthritic, massive arthritis in here. And the day-to-day pseudo or quasi concussion, quasi concussion, that's what it is. Yay. And that's the problem, is I keep having these hitches. Well, 5 years ago it wasn't like this. Wasn't like this at all. It's and 5 years before that it wasn't, you know, anywhere near bad, like this bad. So it's this sort of, in the last 10 years of, you know, menopause and dealing with childhood traumas and things that pop up. So very busy up in here. Very busy in the physical, and not enough time spent in the spiritual. So taking a deep breath. And one more. So that's going to be the new thing for the channel, is learning how to prioritize what truly is important and is makes me happy, so that I can go, and she says with that, but what makes me truly happy, so that I can be authentically myself, whatever that is for right now. And we will be talking about that, because I don't think you can be one authentic person from the time you're born to the time you die. I think the way a person's life plays out, for most of us, maybe somebody can do that. You know, they're born, they know who they are, and they just live that entire life, and whatever happens, they just, because they're authentically this, they grab this is them, and they can roll it, and it goes. But with me, I'm not like that. I've had so much trauma, and each time I've had trauma happened to me in my lifetime, it's changed. It changed my perspective. And once you change your perspective, you can no longer go back. There's that saying, you can never go home again. Well, it is so true for people who've been traumatized. And for me, the last one being when Kirk, the last major one was when Kirk passed away. So I'll be working on all sorts of stuff, mental health stuff here at the cottage, because we're cleaning house all over the place, not just physical cleaning house. We're going to be mentally, we're going to be spiritually, and it's going to be focused on everything from food, books, to projects, just completely new lifestyle for me, and I hope you guys will enjoy that journey. let's see, just check my phone. Do. So yes, I started with that, needing to very here. Yes. And I think not just my friend, but everybody needs to give themselves for credit for being wiser than they think they are, because in truth, we all know deep down inside what we need at any given moment to be happy. But we often ignore it in favor of fitting in, and you know, to fit in means to belong, to feel liked, to not feel lonely. And there's been a lot in that in my life of loneliness and fear sitting underneath stuff. I talked to whatever, put the phone on. I talked to her about just, you know, the whole sense of hoarding. I've decided to call my mom Mommy Hippie Hoarder Pants, and my dad, what the heck did I call him? Oh, Daddy Neat Freak. Because I come from those two camps. That was my childhood growing up. Even though they were divorced, they ended up getting divorced. I lived in those two camps of those two crazy people who reproduced and had me. And that totally skewed so many things. But anyways, yes, like I said, lots and lots and lots to focus on. Very hard to do when your head is not quite right. But I've also come to a point that this may never change. And that's some acceptance in the matter. Yes. Hello, sweeties. Come here, Danny. Say hello to everybody. There's Morganis. Bye, Morganis. Fucking flies. Meow. A lot of what's causing some recent fuss was, of course, Thanksgiving was just yesterday on Monday. October is also Mental Health Awareness Month or something, World Mental Health. So yesterday, October 10th, was World Mental Health Day or something like that I caught in there. It was also Canadian Thanksgiving, so I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend. And if they didn't, at least hopefully one small part of it was really, really good for you. That you had a moment to just breathe and note what was grateful for that in that. But there's another thing that's couple of things that are bringing up some fuss for me that I've been really trying to breathe through the last few days is on Saturday. We're going for a trip. It's a 2-for trip. One is I get to visit my wise person, and that's cool. And she's going to be coming back and helping me deal with the clutter and the mess and that kind of stuff in a way that is kind and gentle for me, because I think I need someone very close to me to help deal with this. I've had lots of people say I'll come help, but, and the big but is here, most of those people who said it, that they've gonna come and help don't get a crafter's mind. You don't get a crafter's mindset, an artist's mindset, and my wise person does. So as we are going through the hoarder mess in the basement and kind of wandering around through the house and getting things done, it's going to help organize at that level that I need, where the focus is not on junk and garbage and recycling and do you need it? It'll be on how is this space going to be used? How is this going to be used? So there's no having to justify why I'm keeping all my yarn, which I'm not. I will be getting rid of some stuff that I don't. I got, and it looked like I would use it, but now, you know, I'm never going to use it. It's just not going to. Freaking flies. That's another thing that's slowing down my days. I'm trying to work around dealing with stupid ass flies and kill them with the fly swatter. You know, and it takes up, it's another chunk of something I didn't have time for that I now gotta try and work through. And it's like, I don't know, there's a few movies where people go, pick one and insert me. Or like in Ratatouille where Remy ends up biting the guy all over the place, and he's Linguini sits there and goes, so anyway, so yes, she's gonna come and help me take a big deep breath and focus on this from a more of a point of view of a functioning crafter and what I need to do that to have the studio in the basement, get stuff out of the upstairs and start focusing on that frame of mind of doing work downstairs. I'm so used to working where the TV and music are, so potentially I need TV and music downstairs. Some office space. Creative office space would be good, where I can just go to work. I'm not going to not be disturbed by pussycats, but I might be able to have a sense of this is my space, and I can tell other people to take a flying leap. I'm at work. I can hang a sign that says working. Because the other day I was trying to write and Dave was talking, and anybody who paints, who creates and has headphones and is trying to be in the zone with their creativity knows, most of us know, that the talking can be a bit of a death sentence for our partners and our peoples, because you're interrupting the flow. The flow is so important. And if you're not a creative type, I apologize, but you just don't get it. The only way I can equate it to is when people go to work and they're trying to get data inputted or do as a chef the meal, you know, or whatever, or those moments where you're even at home and you're just trying to cook dinner for your family, you know, or a dad wants to be working on the car and you've constantly got the wife with the honey-do list and the kids, and it's very hard to focus on those moments when you've got everything. And so that's with the flies. The cats are doing it. And Dave is being creative interruptus. And I'm very, very frustrated because on top of all that, I do have housework. I do have this clutter that I need to, that it's a need to sort through. Neither one of us need to be tripping over stuff and constantly have the house be in a state of organization reno. This kind of stuff does destroy relationships, and I've been watching Hoarders Buried Alive, and oh my goodness, I am grateful on so many levels that I am not like that, but at the same time there's aspects of it that are like that. So definitely working on the mental state, taking some positive steps, finding somebody to help me organize who understands where I'm thinking and where my head's at. And I think that's the most important when you're trying to problem solve a situation, is find somebody who is stalwart enough to deal with you, but at the same time is like-minded. Excuse me. So yes, there's that, and then trying to get this house organized and tidied up for that. But the other big thing that is involved in all of this is I have been trying, and I'm going to be this week packing up stuff to take to Kirk's brother and family. I still have a bunch of that stuff, and he was unable to come here. Definitely another busy person. And not everybody can just drop and come when I need them to. So Dave and I are mobile, so now I'm going too. So this is going to be a multifold thing, which is good. One, I get to get out of Dodge and go and enjoy fall in a place that's really, really pretty. And away from here and get a chance to just clear my head, because sometimes you just need to get out of the mess, get out of the situation, so that you can clear. It's like, you know, spending, kids know this in school. You're sitting there trying to do your homework, especially high school students, trying to do your homework, and there's so much homework, and there's this and that. Well, sometimes you can lose focus if you don't walk away. Problem solvers in companies have the same problem. You've got to take that step back. You know, we've seen it on The Big Bang Theory, where the four of the guys get so involved in a problem to solve that they miss so much of what's going on right in front of them, because they're so busy. So I'm hoping to gain some perspective. So deep breath, slow things down. Hello, Cleo. So yes. So lots of excitement. Possibly too much for me to handle right at the moment, but on some level it needs to be done. And the band-aid ripping has come. I just need to have some gentleness on it, and my wise friend will help me be wise and gentle with myself, you know, because I'm not getting rid of everything, but I need to find homes for all the stuff that I'm not ready to part of of Kirk's. You know, there has been frickin' flies. I would say there's been at least 8 boxes and a few grocery bag sized things, plus at least 2 standard black garbage bags of stuff that's just gone. Got rid of the futon frame, decided I am not going to keep that. I don't want to have projects. I really wish, see, where is it? There, see? Fly strip. Fly strip. But it's feeling like the house is so gross, and I'm being so lazy because there's so many of these flies. But I've gone to war with them. I have probably killed like about 150 flies in the last week. And those are not the ones, not even the ones on the fly strips. I put up one in the kitchen Saturday night, and it's basically full. Someone asked me on Facebook whether or not I might have had something crawl into the house and die. I don't think so. I don't think something did that. It doesn't mean the cats would have, one of the cats would have dragged something out from under the deck potentially. I've had a look under there because Junior Joe there was getting him stuff. I think what it is, and here's the positive side, because flies serve two purposes. One, they break down stuff that needs to be broken down, that's rotting, so that it rots faster and gets to where it needs to go and be, etc. Flies also serve a purpose as food for other animals, especially birds. Now, the seasons are askew. I'm not the only person who says that September felt like August and October feels like September. Now, that storm that we had last night that I mentioned earlier definitely was a turning point for me. We'll be doing autumn now and not this quasi-summer autumn things. It used to be called Indian summer. I don't know if that's even polite to say anymore, but it's, for me, I was calling it the in-between time, the Sautumn. S-A-U-T-U-M-N. Sautumn. And then we had autumn, tiny little teeny autumn, and then we had this sort of autumn winter thing going on before it actually went into winter. There seems to be two actual full seasons, which is summer and winter, and then there's all this tiny little bits smishing up together in there. But a massive amount of flies could actually be food for birds that need the energy to fly south, or birds that are staying to help them fatten up for winter. Now, on that, flies, the window is open in the kitchen for the cats that are running free at the moment, because they're getting some privileges. Go out there, go be food, go serve your purpose, and quit annoying everybody to insanity. And then you won't die by fly swatter or the slow death that fly strips provide. And one of the reasons why I'm thinking this is going on is because a meme I caught, a little something I caught on Facebook where they were talking about woolly bears, and a woolly bear is this fuzzy caterpillar thing. I'm not even sure what they become. I should probably look that up. If you watch this, maybe leave in the comment. But they're black with brown. Black and brown with, depending on what it is, says what kind of a winter you're going to have. So ours are, say my thumb is the woolly bear. There's been black, tiny little, this little strip of brown in between, and then a bunch of black on either side. That apparently means hard winter. Well, there's a lot of things going on in other areas of nature that are actually kind of proving that. The snow geese have been shifting and going. This is good. That means that winter is coming now, finally, because snow geese don't move until they can no longer live where they're living. That's just how they function. I wish they'd come and eat my flies. But the one tree out front, like I showed you before, is full of seeds. Some of the apple trees in the neighboring yard were full of apples, and but they were tiny ones because they were not a lot of watering going on there, so they're just kind of with rain and doing their own thing. But tons of apples. there's those trees, I can never remember what they are called, but they have red berries on them in clumps. They're full. I've got neighbors with those trees, and they're full of berries. Anytime your plants make an abundance of something, they're either very, very happy in their situation or hard winter. In my case, I don't hardly water some stuff at all, and it made lots. 3 little tomato plants with an average watering produced a ton of tomatoes. A lot of them were smaller than they should have been, but it made a ton of tomatoes. So got some kitchen stuff I gotta go and deal with, so I don't lose things. So yes, that's the focus. When some of the stuff of how you can tell what kind of winter you're going to have, and here we definitely could use a lot of snow. I don't really want cold, just lots of snow. But I think it's going to be cold this year, and camera, there we go. My prediction, yes, lots of snow and lots of cold, and which means Dave's gonna hate that. Too bad for Dave. Winter girl, love it. Ambience and Christmas. So yes, I'm also stressing out about that. There's some things and projects that I want to do. Maybe tomorrow night for sure. That's the night I will take a break from everything and just sit and do some holiday crafting for my brother-in-law, for their family, so I don't have to mail anything except a card. I'm one of these givers, so sometimes I need to do that. Makes me feel good about myself, but if I get the small project done, then I can take it with me instead of just dropping it again this year like I did last year, you know, because I know holiday time is not about gifts and all that other kind of stuff, but sometimes it's just nice to be able to be generous. Besides which, secret, if I turn around and I do this, I can get rid of some yarn, and then at some point in the future I'll feel okay about buying more. So it's twofold. One, I'm cleaning house and being creative. So that's just to kind of wrap this up, as it's about 40 minutes here. Just doing that focus on how to move for me alone. But if I've sparked some ideas for yourself where you may be stuck and I've helped you, yay! You know, that's part of what I'm here for. But yes, just have that flow where I get up, I deal with myself, and prep for the day, and then go from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. A power of one. That's what I'm looking for. Is a functioning power of one that creates a lifestyle for me that allows me to have balance, feel like myself, and is more of a focus on happiness. So, bye for now. Always be grateful for the tiny little victories. Take a moment to be kind to yourself and recognize what those tiny victories are, because if you got out of bed today and fed yourself and looked outside and said, nope, you've accomplished something. So be proud of yourself, be kind to yourself, and embrace the sunshine when you have it, the rain when you have it, and the positive side of snow when you have it. So bye for now, and have a great week, and catch you later.